Well, I'm glad we found it.
Yo, what's up guys? Today we're heading to the amazing Colorado River. We're gonna off-road to a hidden cove and share a little bit of history about these incredible mountains. Come hang out off-road with us.
We left our house around 7 a.m. and it took us about 35 minutes to get to where the trail started. But there was a problem. Access to the trail was fenced off from Highway 11. So we went the long way around to get to the trailhead. From Las Vegas, make sure to take the 95 South and go through Boulder City to Veterans Memorial Road.
Stick around until the end. We're going to share our thoughts on this trail and a few other important things to know before heading out. Burro Wash Trail is a super bumpy ride. We aired down to about 26 PSI on each tire to help cushion the ride.
The first part of the trail follows a powerline dirt road. This trail will take you through the Dorado Mountains up to a beautiful cove on the Colorado, and the entire route is inside Lake Mead National. We'll talk more about the Dorado Mountains in a little bit.
About 2 miles in, you'll pass the Burro Wash sign. If you stop and listen, you can actually hear the power line sizzling. It's kind of creepy. Farther in, if you look around, you're going to see black volcanic rocks everywhere.
Dorado Mountains are made of steep volcanic peaks, massive towering cliffs, and deep canyons. They have a rugged look to match the experience they give. Named after the legendary lost city of El Dorado, a mythical South American city that had an abundance of gold and precious stones.
Nearby is the Wild West ghost town of Nelson with its own gold mine. We did a video with 𝗏𝗼𝗍𝗶 last year that highlighted this area. We're going to link that below.
There are a few places where the road is decently smooth, but for the most part, after 2.5 miles in, it's going to be a bumpy ride.
6 miles in, you have a fantastic overlook view of the valley and river. Seriously, stop and appreciate it for a moment. The layers of mountains that you can see are one of my favorite things to take photos of.
After 12 miles of off-roading, we pulled up to the Colorado River and had it all to ourselves.
We filmed this in early September. It was a warm day of about 100 degrees. The water looked so perfect, and then we realized we forgot our swimming gear.
Exploring around, we saw tiny little fish swimming right at the shore, a half-eaten crab, and beautiful white-belted ring-tailed dragonfly. There were cool rocks throughout the water, some ducks, and quite a few different plants.
This bush with pink flowers is salt cedar, an invasive weed with almost no benefits but sucks a huge amount of water. Land managers are actively working to remove this bush.
Researchers even released the salt cedar leaf beetles because the beetles can kill salt cedar by eating it.
On either side, we also saw the super pretty cattail plant. Cattail grows in water. I've always thought of them as corn dog grass because their flower kind of looks like a corn dog.
Walking in the water felt so good. It was so cold and refreshing.
I figured I wasn't swimming today since I forgot my board shorts, but that was until I crashed my drone. It all happened so fast and it was super far out by the rock. I was a bit sketched to swim out that far and I didn't have goggles, but I stripped down on my chonies and decided to go for it. The plan was to swim to the rock and to try to get a view. I swam out about 200 feet to the rock and I couldn't see anything. It was about 10 feet deep with plants at the bottom. I didn't think there was any way I was gonna be able to find it, but I had to try. It took about 20 minutes of swimming in circles until I saw what looked like a bit of silver. I dove down, hoped for the best, and thankfully it was the drone. The worst part about all of this was it didn't even record it crashing. We were really hoping for that video. Even with the now waterlogged drone, it was a great trip and we would recommend it to people experiencing off-roading. If it's summertime, bring something to swim and something for shade. The sun is brutal and there's no cover. It's important to know that you're not going to have cell phone reception. I'd recommend carrying a GPS if you're going solo or cruising with some friends. And for this trail, I'd recommend a proper four-wheel drive vehicle, something that has a bit of clearance. Make sure you plan properly and know your skill level because this trail is out there.
Thank you to everyone who supports, likes, comments, and shares these videos. We're super grateful. There are more videos showing the other side of Las Vegas on their way, and we're super excited to see you in the next one.
Okay, so that's 3 for 3 now. So he's not allowed to use the drone anymore.